Well, hi, it's Debbie Zimmerman, and thanks again for joining. I'm here at the Amare convention, and I met another wonderful Amare mom who is also a champion for her child with ASD. So allow me to introduce you to Saskia. And Saskia, would you be willing to share your story with us?
Sure. I'll share a little bit about myself because it helps to know. I'm a mother of 7. I have 7 kids, and I have more than one who's ASD, but I'm just going to share my story with one of them. And I like to throw this out there because I think it's helpful. I'm also a mental health therapist, and so I work with adults with ASD, and I'm familiar with it and that kind of thing. So just jump into the story. So one of my children, he is 10 years old. When I first got the product, he would have nothing to do with it. Because when you're dealing with kids on the spectrum, sometimes they want nothing to do with what you want them to take. He wouldn't take it for months. But I didn't give up, and I had tried another really popular product with him, and he was doing pretty good on it. And then one day he started acting really weird, and we noticed he was having these really bad freakouts, and he actually had hit me, and he's the sweetest kid on the planet. He doesn't do that. And we found out that he had been doubling the amount of the product he was taking because they were these yummy little gummy things, and he was supposed to take one a day. And then we found out that the product had been compromised, and there had been some falsified records with the product. So I said, okay, no more, I'm done. So I finally just convinced him to take the fundamentals, the Amare, the children's fundamentals. And we had to be creative in the beginning because it's a unique taste, and some kids love it, and I'm not, going to sit here and say, oh, it's like drinking root beer. But he took it, and he took it every single day, and it got to where he would take it, and I would put just a tiny bit of water in, and he would start dumping extra water in, and he would start telling me how good it was. So that's like the one really cool thing is I like to tell parents, don't give up. It took me over 6 months to get him to finally agree to take this product. Don't give up. And so, but the really cool thing is a lot of the behaviors we were dealing with, I think he has anxiety, but no one's ever told us that, is the school was telling us that he wasn't running anymore. So when I say running, he runs out of the classroom. Or he wasn't hiding under the tables as much as he used to, and he was social, and he actually had raised his hand in class and talked. It's pretty cool because he's got some learning disabilities. So having more friends, but also some physical things that were going on. So he used to always clear his throat. Several times a day he would clear his throat, and he would twitch his hands, and he would take his head and he would twitch his head. He doesn't do that anymore. So that was another really cool thing that we've gotten, but he's just the happiest, sweetest little boy. The other thing we've noticed is he comes up to us several times a day. He comes up to his dad and I, and he just will hug us out of the blue and tell us he loves us. Several times a day.
Wow. That's like a priceless product.
It really is. And he is just so sweet, and it's so fun because he has friends, and he's because when they're on the spectrum, there's a group of kids, and they just kind of, they're just kind of on the outskirts trying to blend in, and he still does that, but yet he has friends that come to the house and play, and we've just, it's, out of all my children that have tried the products, his is one of the most beautiful transformations I've seen, because it's given me my little boy, my sweet, angelic little boy. So I can't wait for the kids' mood to take it home.
Yeah.
Tastes like a pixie stick. I'm gonna have to hide it from the kids. But and just to see how that helps.
So how you started to see something on fundamentals once you got him taking it consistently?
Yeah, I can't remember because he's been on it for so long, but I would have to say that no longer than a month. And I get that everyone is very different, but he actually, come to think of it, he responded really fast. I was actually blown away by how quickly he responded. I think I started seeing a change probably the first week, and not everyone's like that. I get that, but with him, his body needed it so badly.
Do you give him anything else aside from the kids' fundamentals?
I don't.
Okay.
That's
simple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just keep it really simple. In the morning, I just stick it in the water, and I put the green spoon in his and the pink spoon in his sister's, and they know which one is theirs, and
Yeah.
he drinks it. And
so what about you? You take products too.
Oh, absolutely.
So what benefits have you seen?
So for me, I started the products because I was tired. All these kids, I'm working in this job, and it helped me to have energy. But the one thing that it did for me that I had no idea it was going to do for me is I had severe GERD. So it's called gastroesophagus reflux disease. It was severe. It was choking in front of my children on my food, my kids yelling, "Mom's choking, Dad." I could tell you story after story of the trauma, and then being up in the middle of the night for 3+ hours with severe, like whimpering on the couch because I don't want to keep my husband up, pain. And I really don't have attacks anymore. I can eat foods I couldn't eat before. I'm not going to sit here and say I still don't get indigestion sometimes, but when I do, I take a scoop of the antibiotics. And that stuff has saved my life. It will generally, almost every single time, it will get rid of the indigestion. I just have to be careful how I eat. Like if I'm overeating or eating late at night, but it saved me. Like I can eat things. I remember I went out with my friends and we had this giant Mexican meal late at night. And I remember going, I'm not sick. So I didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, that's great. How about your husband? Cool. Does he take products?
Yeah, my husband takes products. He takes the fundamentals. I take like almost all of them. He just takes the fundamentals. So, and it's helped him with his pain. He has a very difficult, demanding job, and so it's helped with his joint pain and also shaking. He doesn't shake when he takes it. When he went to the doctor's like, "What are you doing?" Because I think his blood pressure, maybe it was blood pressure and cholesterol. I don't remember, but it had really improved. And the only thing he was doing was the fundamentals. My husband deals with depression, and it has helped him to be calmer and to be more pleasant to be around. Yeah. Because depression's not always the most pleasant thing to be around. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, you're a very brave woman, to have 7 children and to have, your own health issues and to be dealing with the health issues of your family. And I admire you for taking initiative to find solutions, to have holistic solutions to help. And is there anything you want to say before we wrap up this interview? Any other closing thoughts about what you've seen Amare do for other families?
Oh my gosh, I could share so much of what I've seen it do for people. But it's truly an amazing product. I mean, if someone would have told me this, I'll just end on this. If someone would have told me, "Hey Saskia, if you take these products, they're going to make you like heal your relationships and your emotions," I would have said, yeah. No, I don't get worked up. I very rarely, I have a lot of children, and I'm not the kind of mom that yells and screams and flips out on my kids. I'm very calm and I'm very relaxed most of the time. It's done that for me. It's just taken me from this, psycho mom. Okay, that comes out every now and then. But it takes me from here to here. Yeah. And I can manage life and stress really well, and it's even helped me to have better relationships with people in my life because I'm not reacting and getting hurt all the time. I just life is I have stress, yes, but it's not controlling me. I can manage it. And it's really cool. Yeah.
Well,
so
thank you so much for that wonderful encouragement that you've offered to so many parents. And thank you for tuning in. Until the next time, Malama Pono. Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.